All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Chris, what is going on, man? So we're back here at this co-working place that we usually rent out like a day, just to film a bunch of like podcasts, like reels as well too. So I got to ask real quick, man, because like baby Zane is due any moment now. Like that's what's funny, guys. Like we're playing a waiting game where his wife could go into labor any minute now. So just tell me really quick how that feels before we get into today's episode.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like it's exciting, but it's also just nerve wracking too.
I bet.
Just like a lot of different emotions. But I mean, I keep it pretty together, because I need to be the leader of the household. So if I sit there on the show that I'm like scared, I'm fearful, if I'm breaking down, I'm losing my control and emotions, then it's going to carry over on her. But I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm fearful. Like I'm excited, nervous, everything you can probably possibly think about, I guess, for a first time dad,
Yeah, I bet. No, I just wanted to just start with that and ask because Chris keeps himself really poised and good. So it's cool to see that. But I can't imagine I'd be freaking out too, in a good way. But just wanted to ask that and throw you off, man.
Yeah.
But
How's everything with you?
everything's great, man. Mom's here in town, visiting with her, and then just your guys' blessings going to be coming soon. So everything's great. Yeah, looking forward to knocking out some podcasts, giving some value to the listeners, and going from there.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, well, let's get into it, guys, because I know I want to be mindful of your guys' time too. But we're gonna do another Q&AF episode on today's conversation. So if you guys are new to the show, Q&AF is question and answer format. So you guys ask us questions and then we answer them to the best of our ability. And these could be any types of questions, guys. So just quick reminder, like if you do want to submit a question to us and get this featured on the show, just email us at support at chrisericmartinez.com. And you guys can look at the show notes as well too. And then just subject line podcast question. And it's a free flow. You guys can ask us anything in the context of business, mindset, lifestyle, adversity, whatever. We've been through a lot of stuff and we'll give you guys like our true authentic answers and wisdom.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And then before you guys, one more thing too, if you guys are new to the show, we have a fee to the show. It's not monetary. We're not asking you to Venmo or Zelle us or anything like that. But if you guys want to do that, that's cool. I can hook you guys up with that. But no, it's just value exchange. So we're here every single week bringing an episode, whether it's me and Chris, whether it's guests that we have on, just dropping wisdom. So we put a lot of effort into this show, and it's not easy, guys. It takes a lot of work and consistency. So all we ask is you guys leave us a rating and review and just share this episode out if you found value in it. If you didn't, no worries. Maybe you guys will get more value on the next one. So that's it. Okay, so Chris, let's jump into these 3 questions that we have from the listeners. And thank you guys for submitting these. Really appreciate that. The first one is, Chris and Eric, I'm overthinking my offer in my coaching business to sell to people. Can you break it down in a simple fashion, what you guys recommend doing? A, program design, and have an offer around it. Okay, so just more around just like, how to simplify an offer.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a little bit broad, but I think I kind of know where they're going with this, because I think like what happens is when somebody, we'll just use a health and fitness professional because that's who we coach, right? We deal with this a lot. I think people just tend to overthink this and overcomplicate it, with like their offer or their program that they sell, right? But I think also too that whoever is educating them or where they're getting their information, it's a little bit misleading as well too, because the way we teach it in our programs is it's basically 2 sides of a coin, right? When it comes to your entire offer. The first side of the coin is your program design. So that has to be a program to where whatever it is, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 16 weeks, like that is the program that you are going to have your guys' clients follow. Just almost like the same thing where it's like you're going into the gym or something like that to work out. Like you need like a structured 8 to 12 week like program, right, to follow. And that's kind of like what you're designing. It's a little bit more complicated and I have to teach this more in depth, but it's kind of like that. There's got to be a program design where it's like basically this is what you're going to show them, the roadmap of like starting week 1 and what the outcome is going to be in week 12 or week 16 or week 10. So that's the first side of the coin, is make sure there's a program design, whether it's nutrition, whether it's training, whether you have exercise in there or sleep, whether you have stress management, whatever you want in there, there has to be something though. There's a program design. Okay. The next side of the coin is the offer.
Yeah.
That's where people get this wrong too, is like they'll sit there and just be like, oh, I have a program and and a program design kind of set, but then it's like they don't know how to position like this whole entire offer and really sell it, as a whole, and really charge like over $2,000 for this. But the offer, right, is then when you take this program design and then really put it into like, I feel like a beautiful presentation, whether it's in Canva, whether it's a PDF, whether it's in a PowerPoint, but you're literally kind of positioning this, right, with like the bonuses, the guarantee, the risk rewards, scarcity, urgency, the deliverables, right? The benefits, the promise, the deadline on there, right? The roadmap to how they're going to get there from point A to point B throughout this whole entire journey that you're going to be with them, the financial engineering in it, right? So that's basically the most simplest way that I could probably break it down, is like, look at it as two sides of the coin. It's one coin, you got to have a program design. The other side of the coin is you got to have an offer to be able to position it and sell it at a high ticket.
Yeah, that's good, man. I think also too, just to give the listener context, like the person that asked this question, and this is good for everyone, like with these program designs and the offer, right? It has to match the audience, the messaging as well too, right? And then you have that offer that's ready to go, because the audience is like the perfect future client. Like who's your avatar, who's your niche. And the messaging is too, is like, what is their pain points, their wants, their desires, their needs? What are they thinking? What keeps them up at night? To where it's like those things have to be on point, and then it has to be on congruent with what that offer, that program design is.
Yeah, and that's good, because like the thing is, you can create like a program design and an offer that's more universal, right?
Yeah.
To help like just a general bunch of everybody. But if you really want to sit there and sell this thing for, again, like $1,500 or $3,000, it's got to be specialized, like what you said, like matching the avatar, the audience, the pain points, the wants, the desires, the frustrations, all that type of stuff. So that's really good.
And I think too, just really quick, just to like just land the plane on this question, when it comes to your guys' offer, it has to just be something different. Like, how do you make your offer stand out that's just so compelling to where that person you're presenting it and walking them through, to where it solves every objection, every pain point that they have, to where it's a no-brainer for them. Like, they would have to feel stupid to say no to you.
Yeah.
So if you could figure that out and how to present that to someone, like, it's game over.
Yeah. Now you got me going, man, because yesterday we taught a whole new lesson in the accelerator program called Upgrade Your High Ticket Transformation Program. And that's one of the biggest things we taught. It's called the offer octagon.
Yeah.
So I use the analogy of like, an octagon, if you're a fighter, right? You're in an octagon and only one person's getting out of that octagon. It's either you or it's the opponent, right? And it's the same thing in sales. So if you get, your prospect inside that octagon, it's you versus them, basically, if you look at it that way, and you're the person that wants to get out of that octagon with the sale. And if you have them cornered in all these different components that we taught within the offer, there's no way they're going to say no. And you're not going to lose the sale,
100%. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it for that question, but hopefully that answers your question. If not, just reach out and then we'll give you just more stuff in depth. And I know we have like some free like resources and trainings around that.
Yeah, for sure. In the Facebook group, especially, and YouTube too, how to create your offer and all that.
Exactly.
Let's get into question number 2.
Yeah.
So it says, I'm having trouble standing out from other nutrition and fitness coaches. What's been the biggest game changer for your coaches and your programs to stand out? I'll let you take it first, but I'd be interested to see like your answer and my answer.
I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, dude, come on. I was literally watching this video, watching this interview, and you literally just pop up on the screen and interrupt it. Trust me, there's a good reason for this. Just hold on, and I'm gonna let you get back to that interview or that video. Trust me, all right? So the reason why I stopped you on this is because we're giving away our book 100% free. Okay, so if you're a frustrated fitness professional, you're not growing fast enough, you're looking to future-proof and recession-proof your business by adding online training, or if you're doing online training, you want to scale and grow faster, all you have to do is check out our new book. We're giving the audio away, we're giving the PDF away. So all you have to do is click the link below in the description box and get your free copy. All right, so now back to the video.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have something different than you, but because I'm so big on the mind growth and the mindset type of things, to where it's like that's a huge core tenet in our both of our programs that we offer. And because it's so true. If your mind isn't right, your business isn't going to be right, and you're not going to sit there and take it serious, and you're not going to acquire the necessary skill sets that are going to help you advance to new levels and really just monetize your God-given talents. You're not. So that to me is what really makes our coaches different and our program different, is just having that core tenet of mind growth and really understanding like how to break past your self-limiting beliefs, how to overcome fear, uncertainty, and doubt, how to create a winning belief system, how to know your worth and value as a coach, how to raise your standards, and really just have that mindset of like, no, it's a privilege to work with me as a coach. Like I don't have to work with you. And it's more of acquiring an I can do mentality instead of like I have to do this mentality, you know, and a lot of our coaches, like we help them create a sense of urgency, you know, to where it's like, hey, you don't have all the time in the world to do this. Like, you know, so, you know, we got to get shit done. Like you're checking in with us, like on the next week, it's like, I want to see your stuff done that we mapped out and that we had notes on. Yeah. So I think those are the biggest things, but you know, I'll let you, you know, talk about what yours is, but that's what makes our coaches different is like they're getting that certainty, belief, and confidence in themselves to become great fitness coaches, great marketers, great entrepreneurs, and really just help their clients solve those problems.
Got it. So to answer this person's question though, like, you know, what's been the biggest game changer for your coaches in your program to stand out? So you're recommending this coach to maybe consider working on their mind growth, absolutely, right? To really stand out differently.
Absolutely, 100%. Because that's the foundation of everything. Like if you can't get your mind right, you're not going to take action. Like you're going to have all the excuses in the world. Like the timing's not right. I don't have money. You know, just I don't believe in myself. I don't trust myself to execute this mission. There's so many things, so many rabbit holes I can go down with the whole mindset being your foundation to where it is insane, but it fascinates me so much to where it's like, this is what I love about coaching people and really instilling that belief because it breaks their limiting beliefs and it helps them touch and tap into their true greatness.
Same here, man. Same here. It's really kind of grown on me too, like the past year, you know, with everything with mind growth. So I'll have a little bit of a different answer. I think like if I'm answering this to you who's listening to this, what I would say is make sure you have a specialty and a method. And basically that can looked at as a unique mechanism, right? On how you get people results in your guys' program. Because there's too many coaches out there where they're just too generic, where it's like, I'm just a nutritionist or I'm just a fitness coach or I'm just a personal trainer, an online trainer, you know, but what does that really mean though? You know, you just become a commodity just like everybody else. So you spit out just like a 12-week, you know, exercise program on like a training app, or whether you customize it yourself in a spreadsheet, or if you give somebody a meal plan or you give somebody a set of macros, that's what you do. That's how you get people results. It's not specific enough. It's not intriguing enough. It's not like mysterious enough, right? It doesn't excite people enough. People want to know like, what is it, that specialty? What's that method? What's that system? What's that blueprint, right? That makes you different from getting people results. So again, think about it like a system would be like a P90X, an Insanity, right? Those are all systems. Those are all unique mechanisms to get people results. If you're working with like busy moms, like a unique mechanism or specialty would be like your 12-week mommy makeover system. You know, if you're working with dads, it could be like your 8-week dad bod destroyer program. You see? So if you guys have to have a mechanism and something unique around like the avatar and their pain points to solve it. And I think that's really what differentiates you from any other health and fitness coach and could be a game changer if you start thinking about that way.
Yeah. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Let's go on to the last question here. So what books, audiobooks, podcasts are you guys listening to right now? And what's the reason behind the specific consumptions?
Ooh,
okay.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
You want to go first?
I'll let you go first, man.
Me first?
Yeah,
okay.
That's a good question.
Okay, I like this. Because I just, there's different seasons, man. Like quarterly, like what I want to read, what I'm interested in, what kind of skill sets do I need to sharpen up, what's the business need, all that type of stuff. So right now I'm actually going back through Tai Lopez's 67 Steps, which is really good because I listen to that every single year, once a year, right? It doesn't matter what quarter it is, but I'm listening to that right now. And that'll take me probably about 2 months to get through on there. But it's really, really good about just rewiring the brain, breaking down limiting beliefs, raising your standards. It's so good. And he tells a lot of good stories.
I've been listening to it like the last like week in the mornings. And today I was listening to it before we came here and he was touching up on just like the importance of mentorship. Yeah. It's just really good, right? Just like how everyone needs mentors and just, like, it was really good.
What episode are you on?
I think it's like 5 or 6.
Okay, I'm on 9. So
because they're hour long, they're hour like they're kind of lengthy.
Yeah, they get better though. So yeah, Eric's listening to it right now. But if you haven't heard of Tai Lopez's 67 Steps, just Google it. It's really, really good. It's worth the $67, $1 a day. The next thing I'm reading is it's called Mere Christianity, and that's by C.S. Lewis. The reason why is just because sometimes every other month or quarter I want to dig into like a faith-based book and just understand, more about it, from a different perspective from what we're getting in the Bible, Bible study, the Saturday men's group, our pastor. I just want to get different perspectives. But this is a really good book. It's just, again, it's so hard for me to just grasp these things. If they're business concepts, man, I soak it up and I just have a different lens where I can just take action and apply it so easily and understand it. But with books like these, like where it's about your faith and just like spirituality and all that stuff, it's hard, man. But I really like it. It's challenging though. And then also what I do is I listen like, during my workouts, and then sometimes when I'm eating, and, maybe later on at night when I'm done with the day stretching and foam rolling, I listen to podcasts. And these are all specifically consumption for politics and staying up to date, what's going on, right? So I listen to Real AF with Andy Frisella, PBD, Patrick Bet-David, and then Candace Owens. I love all of their stuff on politics, and I think, guys, honestly, it's super important for you guys to get into this and not only consume just things on like, fitness, health, business, and other things that you really enjoy. Like, I never used to like politics, right? But now it's like, I do like it. I enjoy it. And I see why it's important, because if you don't understand like what is going on in the damn world, and like in politics, in the policies, in the system, in the government, right? Then your freedom is going to be taken away. And if you're a business owner, an entrepreneurship, what the hell do you think that is? It's freedom to be able to do the work that you love to do, be able to serve people, right? Be able to take advantage of tax benefits, be able to like live, wherever you want and work. I mean, you guys got to be awake and understand all the things that are going on and being on top of these things, because they could make these different changes and that would affect your business potentially or your freedom. So that's what really woke me up to start listening to stuff and really understanding it, So that's kind of what I'm consuming right now, man, in this season.
Yeah.
What about you?
It's very similar to you. Like I'm reading that same book, Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis, which is really good. I'm listening to the 67 Steps. For me, I always start off my morning though reading the Word, the Bible. So just a couple passages here and there, and I read one proverb per day, no matter what, because that's like the foundation of everything, and that's so applicable to real life. And if you guys want real personal development stuff to apply, go read Proverbs in the Bible. It's so good, and you just keep reading it over and over and over, and just instill that into your brain, and then just apply that to your life. So those ones, yeah. And then like when it comes to podcasts, like my top podcasts, like I listen to Bedros Keuilian show,
that's good
Real
too.
AF with Andy Frisella, Ed Milet, and then the PBD show. Like those are my top like 4, and they all have like different things that I'm looking for, like business, personal development, and politics, like you said. So
really good.
Those are all the ones that I'm reading, and the next book I'm going to be reading soon. It's called The Gap and the Gain by Dan Sullivan.
Oh, okay.
I
heard his books are really good.
Really, really good. So I'm looking forward to reading that. But yeah, I think it's like what you said, man. Like it's just wherever you're at in the season of life, like what you really need, because you could go read all this stuff and listen to all this stuff that people like recommend to you and say, hey, well, like this helped me and this and that. Like that's cool and all, but like you got to know like where you're at in life and what you really need for that particular season. I remember Mark Lack told us that, one of our mentors, and it really stuck with me. Because
read what you need, he said,
you're
right?
you're gonna always go through different phases of life, and just consume what you need at that moment. That's going to help you get through those seasons, or just some insight on what you want to get better at.
Yeah. And what's good too about that, man, like the 67 steps with Ty Lopez, he said in one of them, I think 8 or 9, he said like, he talked about his like kind of reading hacks that he does, how he read a book a day and stuff. And like, I just think it's true, man. Like, if you pick up a book, it doesn't mean you have to commit to it from front to back.
Yeah.
It's like you can just read like a chapter and then put it away and come back to it another month later. You can just go through the table of contents, and if something piques your interest, read it, and then, like come back to it. Doesn't mean like just because you buy a book or have a book that you have to commit to it front and back if it's boring, because it's true on all these books like out there. Like a lot of it's fluff, a lot of it's storytelling, and there's really 1 or 2 nuggets in there. You just have to find it,
Yeah,
So
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
good stuff.
Yeah, that's 3, guys. That's 3 questions. We're pretty quick at these, but we love those questions that you throw at us, and keep them coming. So we'll go ahead and land the plane there. And again, if you're a health and fitness coach and you're struggling in your coaching business, anything around your offer that we talked about earlier, then guys, like take us up on a free 15-minute brainstorming call. Click the link below in the show notes. It's loose. We'll have a good time. Just get to know you, see how we can best help and serve you, and just go from there. But other than that, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Just keep living a dynamic lifestyle, keep putting in the work, keep pursuing personal excellence, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
I hope you got a lot from that Q&AF series that we just did right there. So the next step is, if you're looking to build your business to 6 figures as a health and fitness coach, there's 2 ways. The very first way is download our book right here, 100% free. The second way, watch this video training right here, 6 new ways to be able to build your 6-figure health and fitness coaching business. Watch it right here.